Hello viewers and welcome to another video. As you can see, it will be slightly different than the first one because I actually have to go on a vacation by the end of this week, and I thought I put out a video for you guys to watch while I'm gone. So all 11 of you have something to do. Remember that whole point about produce videos in advance when you start a channel so you don't have to chase your own tail? Yeah. That's exactly the advice I did not follow. However, I decided that I'm going to show you guys today my setup because I can do that kind of unscripted and off the cuff. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. However, if you also think that I'm currently holding a cell phone with an external microphone taped to it, you are not mistaken, because I did not think this whole thing all the way through. It's hard to use the camera I'm filming with to show you the camera I'm filming with. I can also not use the static microphone over there, which you will see in a bit, while I'm moving around in the room. Yeah. So this is the best solution I came up with. At least we will have consistent audio. It might be a bit crappy, but at least consistently crappy. Remember, use what you have on hand and make it work. Roll the thing, let's begin.
Decodes.
This is my little setup. It's a tiny little room down in my basement, nothing too special. I have a little curtain back here in order to black out the light. And then this is the little sideboard table homebrew thing which you see me lean against when I'm shooting my videos. A little bit of decoration going on here. I made this actually myself because I had this shelving unit which was way too big at first. In the first test shots, you will see that in the side-by-side comparison of how my videos came about. So I cut it down in height and just added this, essentially a hardy board from the hardware store, which is just screwed on right there and then painted. The corners are literally masking tape, which I painted over. It looks fine on the camera. And then on the other side, you got my lighting setup. There's one light, and there's my computer, monitors. And yeah, that looks maybe a bit fancy, but the two side monitors are actually used. I got them for $15. The big monitor over there is nothing fancy. It's from a computer I built in 2015, but it still works and it's fine for what I'm doing. You see here, that's the teleprompter where usually the camera is behind, and right there would be the tablet that then projects it to the teleprompter. I can show you that a little bit later. There you have a static microphone. That was also kind of cheap from Amazon. I bought it new. It has this arm, quite wobbly and actually kind of useless. The freaking screw in the back that's supposed to hold it in place broke off the second day. This foam roller on top of my printer is there in order to get a second camera, which I just recently acquired, to the proper height in order to have a second camera angle for future videos. And then you have here the second light stand, came with this one over there. I will have the actual prices at the end of the video, so you have an idea what this whole setup cost. Down here is a computer, which I still had. I built that thing myself in 2015. Nothing fancy, nothing modern, but hey, it still works. Like I said, use what you got and make it work. And now you can see why there is this curtain rod with the red curtain in order to create some kind of a backdrop. Because there is a window which lets in way too much uncontrolled light. This over there is my main camera. Also nothing too fancy. It's the 4K Ultra HD AC11 4K Wi-Fi 3-inch handheld camcorder 4K. You get the idea. It's one of those Chinese brands that just rebrand stuff and sell it on AliExpress and sell it on Amazon, and it works for the beginning. I was not willing to spend like $1,000 on a Sony camera, or I don't know, over $500 on one Sony camera, just to try out this whole YouTube thing. And you can see here, this is the second camera I just recently acquired. It's 4K AC13 4K Ultra HD handheld camcorder. It's from the same seller. It's probably the same camera with a different housing. This down here is the tablet I use for my teleprompter. It's a Samsung S7 Plus FE. It works. It was damaged and I got it from my old employer and I fixed it myself by putting a new screen on and everything. Thank you, Flowpoint. This back here is the box my light came in. Equally high quality, as you can see. Nice VD video light kit, adjustable brightness, 3 color temperature, high CRI. Well, it came with 2 rather flimsy tripods. I mean, you can see that this one is not even straight or stable. There's more high quality stuff on the market for sure, but hey, you have to start somewhere, right? Stay within your budget. And at the end, I will show you the tally, what all the things cost, and I promise I'm not going to use the same shitty font I did in the first video because it was really crap. This is my little, decapitatable projector. I didn't even go to Amazon this time. This is straight up AliExpress from, I don't even know. Well, it's from the brand, from AliExpress. It's called Astronaut Nebula Projector. It does not do remotely what it shows on the box. Yeah, $7, and I thought, maybe I need it one day. Turns out I did. This is the remote control for the LED strip under my sideboard here, which is highly professionally glued in place. There you can actually see the masking tape. I didn't even bother painting underneath. Who cares? High quality LED. What is it? It's blue light and it shines blue. Well, this is the teleprompter. At first I thought I don't need one, but it turns out it is better to have one. Even so, it's quite the learning curve to actually learn how to read from a teleprompter without looking creepy and like a mass murderer that stares at his victim through a screen. I got this one as well on Amazon. It comes with this remote, Bluetooth remote that connects to your iPhone or whatever you use, in my case, the tablet. You can see high quality work again, high quality workmanship and branding. Elognsy, I guess. If you want to go mobile and actually do shootings outside, I would not recommend to buy a 12.5-inch model like this one. The thing works, it's a bit bulky, a bit big, and the widescreen format, I thought it was a good idea, but at the end of the day, you're actually only gonna use about this much of the screen anyways for your text, because if you go from left to right all the way, all you do is dart back and forth with your eyes. I didn't buy a smaller teleprompter because then I would have had to buy a smaller tablet. That's the reason why I bought this bulky thing. The camera is screwed on back here. Yeah, the camera looks through this one-way mirror, similar like this. And you can see it does change the lighting and the color a little bit. See that? Exactly. So you have to be aware of that. I was not aware of that. I had all the lighting set up in my room without a teleprompter, and then when I did the first test shot with a teleprompter, it was way too dark. Hence, I had to buy the extra lighting. There's something else. So yeah, for my first test shots, I used this desk lamp with a piece of paper taped to it as a softening box. It did work, but it was definitely not strong enough to emit enough lighting after I installed the teleprompter. So yeah, those are the things sometimes to make decisions, and those decisions affect stuff down the line, and you have to change your setup. Yeah, and this is the computer setup. 3 screens, totally not necessary. This is actually running Linux, Fedora 40 at that, because when I started this whole journey, I got a little bit sick and tired of this whole thing. Everything is now a freaking subscription service, like subscribe here and Microsoft Office 365 suite subscription, and I don't like Windows 11. I do have Windows 10. Actually, I have 4 different operating systems on this computer on 4 different hard drives. But that's a different story all in its own. Yeah, but I decided to try and do everything with Linux as a daily driver, because it has you get the same programs on Windows, don't worry, like Shortcut and Audacity, the old and dirty audio editor and video editor. And then I also use Krita and GIMP for thumbnails. I don't know if I would recommend to switching to Linux for that kind of thing if you're not familiar with it, because in my case it is quite a pain in the ass, to be honest. For instance, I have days where Shortcut just closes itself 5 times in a row while editing. which is quite annoying. But then you start it a sixth time and all of a sudden it runs for like 12 hours straight without a hiccup. Maybe with an update that thing will fix itself. Could also be that I'm running on quite old hardware, like I said, 2015. The graphics card is actually for 3D modeling. Like I said, not the best setup, but it works. Back here I made a little shelf, holds the camera. There was originally a tripod on here for the camera that was all Yoffy Toffee. However, I then decided to buy the teleprompter as I mentioned earlier, and of course that didn't work anymore. I need to use my wife's post-it block to keep the teleprompter at the correct height, and I used the top of the screen to prop the front of the teleprompter up so the tablet doesn't fall off. These two pieces of tape mark where the position is so that the camera is always in the same angle, and you can then use the actual screen to adjust the height of the camera. That was my little YouTubing setup. Not professional level, but it does the trick for now. I was going to tell you what I paid for all of this, right? I'm gonna blend something in right around here. You can then maybe take a screenshot of it or not. However, it would be the LED strip for $10 from AliExpress. The little astronaut projector for the background, $7 from AliExpress. My teleprompter, I got it for $90 on Amazon. The regular price is allegedly $129, but those things always come on sale. The two lights with the tripods from Amazon, $67.99. I saw today it was on sale for $54. I lucked out on that one, didn't I? Then the secondary camera, which I just recently acquired, $109 on Amazon. I think it's currently also on sale for like 95 bucks or something like that. Then my primary camera, the one I'm filming with right now, was $150, which is I think currently also on sale for $110. Yeah. The curtain rod, $25. The curtains behind me, $30. Oh, I totally forgot. The flimsy microphone. Like, not that one, the one over there on the stand that falls apart. That was also around $70. I have a feeling the total of this is roughly around the price of a good brand name camera. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Every single time. Like, subscribe, comment below. It helps the channel grow. Have a nice day.